Hey, what's up, everybody? JP, all about comics. I'm gonna be doing a ECCC recap video today, and a bit of a haul video as well. Show off some stuff that came in while I was gone and today. So, um, buckle up. It's gonna be a little bit of a windy one, I'm afraid. So here we go. ECCC. Let's see. That was the first convention I've been to since probably 2006, like real convention. A lot of creators, a lot of traffic, a lot of different people there. Was able to meet up with some other YouTubers. Spidey fan did me the honor of hanging out with me for the majority of the week. Got to meet Seeking Near Mint Comics on Sunday for a little bit. He was had his own agenda, of course, and we kind of went on our separate ways. But Spidey fan, we did a lot of stuff together, a lot of meals, a lot of hanging out. Didn't do a whole lot of hunting for books, just because, as I learned in this trip, it wasn't really a whole lot of time for that once everything was said and done. So got a bunch of autographs, got some sketches done. Yeah, just all kinds of different stuff. So I haven't even rebagged my stuff since the trip. So I'll just kind of show you guys. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen some of these already. But if not, then hey, cool. And some of the haul books, if you watch the live shows, you've probably seen some of those too. But I understand that not everyone watches the live shows because they get lengthy. So I'm just gonna throw those in this video as well. So first up, prepping. Spidey fan kind of told me to prep everything before we go, which we did. I did anyways. So this is Arthur Adams, very nice man, by the way. New Mutants Forever #4. That was the Dark Child of Magic. So for me, I was all about, trying to get some sketches, of course, and meeting the creators and spending some time with, those that or allow you to spend time with them. So, oh, and by the way, tonight, this episode is going to be brought to you by Leinenkugel Snowdrift for all my East Coast friends who are currently dealing with a snowstorm. That's for you guys. So, I kind of went through the list of creators that were going to be there, and then kind of mapped out my plan of attack from there. And to be honest with you, after the first day, within a little bit, I was fairly overwhelmed. So, I made some purchases right off the bat that I regretted just because of the nature of being overwhelmed and not able to say no, I guess. But I quickly gathered my bearings and chilled the fuck out. Sorry my language, kiddies. So, let's see here. What do I want to do? Show some SIGs off first. Yeah, let's see. Sorry, I expected to be a little more organized for this video. Bear with me. Almost there. I can feel it in the air tonight. Whoa. So I went through the guest list, and some of the creators weren't on the list at all, or they were listed as exhibitors, so I missed a few. Spidey fan definitely got way more SIGs than I did. So one that I was really interested in getting is Chrissy Zulo. She did the cover for the Cinderella book, and I don't know much about her work. I did kind of jump on her commission list too late, so I wasn't able to get one for this particular con. She does everything on Instagram, so missed it that way. But she did have an exclusive book limited to 500 at her booth, and that would be this lovely Star Wars Force of Destiny Princess Leia cover. And she does more of the cutesy stuff. This cover wasn't as cutesy, but you can definitely see her style in there. Super nice lady. Enjoyed just talking to her for a minute, and she had already sold out. After this, she only had 2 copies left of the Star Wars book, and it was, $15, so it wasn't a big deal. So there was several different exclusive books that the con had to offer. I did not partake in any or many. I did pick up this Lady Death, numbered out of 150. This is number 84. I got this at the Coffin Comics booth on the second day, because the first day, like I said, I was a little overwhelmed. And then I did have J. Scott Campbell sign it as well. And this is going to be for a gift for Escargo 80. So I'm sure he's already aware of it, but if he's not, surprise! Let's see. And for me, a lot of this was the first time meeting creators such as Adi Granov, Greg Horn. I'd met Adam Hughes before, back in 2006 at that last convention, and he's not much for conversation. I will say that. His wife is much more talkative. So for Adi Granov, I got Infinity Gauntlet variant signed. You can see there. And then Secret Avengers, Fear Itself. Here's a regular cover with Valkyrie on the cover. Part of the Babes of Blades collection. So, cool stuff. And I also was able to, thanks to Spidey Finn, he kind of showed me the ropes on a lot of different things. In particular, getting sketches and how they do stuff. Like, Adi Granov only takes 10 per day. And basically he texted me and said, hey, there's already 7 people deep if you want to get up here and get in line. So I was on the sales floor, so I had to take the escalator up, and thankfully I got to be number 8 in line. So I had him do a Spider-Gwen for me without the mask. So pretty cool. These are only 5-minute sketches, so there's quite a bit of detail, I would say, for 5 minutes. I'm very happy with it, anyways. And then it took me, I don't know, the first day I went to Greg Horn's booth, and I don't know, he just kind of rubbed me the wrong way, and nothing that he did. It's just me watching him interact with other people. So I talked to another friend of mine that I met up with there. Excuse me. He has Clan McDonald's Comics on Facebook, if you guys know what I'm talking about, Steve. He told me just to basically go talk to Greg. Don't be he's a great dude, whatever. And so I finally did. I went on Saturday and talked to Greg Horn and signed my books for me. And he was an absolutely, genuinely nice fella. So, signature there on the Wonder Woman cover. And I finally got this complete. So this is the main book I want to get signed by him. So he did the cover for this. And then you have Ron Mars and Stefan Sajek did the interiors. So very excited to have that done. So J. Scott Campbell, it was on Instagram that he was only signing on Saturday. And at some point on Thursday afternoon, evening, they announced that he would be there potentially on Friday. So I went to his booth and talked to Brett, who runs his booth. And they said that there's a good chance he would be there Friday, signing 3 to 5. Stopped back Friday morning to confirm. I went back Friday morning, confirmed it. So his deal was, everyone gets one free signature. And then after that, it's $20 a signature. So I went 2 different days to get the signatures I needed. So got this one for me. Gen 13 number 5. It's one of my favorite covers of all time. We always talk about this is the one I pick up every time I see it. I really wish he would have signed it in red, but he didn't have a red pen at that time, so you take what you can get. This one is something else I got signed by Campbell, but it's kind of a surprise, so I will not show that. And then, so, let's see. Oh yeah, I got one more Art Adams book signed. I'll show off this. So went with the X-Men Classic number 9. Little Phoenix or Jean Grey cover there. He signed in red. Looks really nice. Really sharp up close too. And he was an extremely nice guy as well. Had good conversations. So I haven't, like I said, I haven't got around to bagging and boarding this. So one of the guests that I did not see on the guest list, there were several. Like Jamie Tendell was there. I did not see him on the list. Quite a few people I did not see on the list, as far as artist goes for comic books. So one of them was Sia Had no idea she was there. I just happened to walk by the Aspen booth, and she was doing sketches, and she's really, really talented. So I picked up some Lola books, 1 through 6, and she went ahead and signed all of them for me. I've been wanting to read this series anyways, so pretty happy with this. And this is like some of her cover work, just amazing. That's number 1. So yeah, really, really awesome. Happy to have that. She is just like the tiniest of ladies as well. So so on the first day, I had actually messaged Dan Parent on Instagram to see if he was going to have any of the Die Kitty Die stuff there, because the comic crib of Castle Hills, hope I did you justice, he's always showing awesome stuff off, and I saw Die Kitty Die in one of his videos, so I messaged Dan to see if they would have them there. Never responded to me, but I went to his booth right away on Thursday with the intent to buy. So I picked up the hardback editions of Die Kitty Die, Volume 1 and Volume 2. So I'm really excited to read these. You know, I'm just kind of a thing, and he signed the inside there. It didn't really matter to me if he signed it or not. It wasn't something I certainly wasn't going to pay for, because I didn't need it. I just wanted to pick up the books to read, because I think they're going to be fun little reads. Then also, Volume 2 was Die Kitty Die Hollywood. He said there would be a 3rd volume coming out in the summer, so I'll look for that as well. So thank you to Comic Crypt of Castle Hills for showing this on one of your videos. I also picked up a trade. This guy I'm friends with on Facebook, he's the artist. It's called Intertwined. I look forward to reading that. This is just one of those purchases I would not have made on a normal day. Alright, so Spidey Fan's video, he talked about Natalie Sanders a little bit. So I just want to clarify some stuff on my Natalie Sanders situation. So you guys know how much I talk about Natalie Sanders and her books and all that jazz. Well, for the past year, I've been talking with Natalie. She had agreed to do an interview for the channel almost a year ago. We had agreed to do it on like Skype, but something always comes up and she's always busy, whatever. So I'm like, okay. So I messaged her once I found out that I was going to this event. And I was like, hey, you know, could we maybe do the interview on this trip? And she's like, yes, absolutely. I'd already sent her the questions because she had asked for the questions beforehand so she could prepare herself to answer, because she has like a thing, you know, dyslexia or what have you. So I was like, yeah, no problem. Send her the questions. She said they're all good, whatever. So we're supposed to meet up Thursday. I go to her booth on Thursday. She had a migraine. Wasn't really feeling, which I totally respect. So I'm like, yeah, no problem. So she's like, come back on Friday at noon. and we'll see if we can get it done then. I go back on Friday at noon. Too busy. Understand, it's a busy convention. I get it. I was there. I saw the traffic. So she took down my phone number and said, I will call you or text you once it slows down or whatever. So I'm like, okay, because that evening it got pretty slow. So I thought we would do it that evening. She never called, never texted. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Saturday, I stopped by her booth. Again, she's doing commissions. Too busy to talk or anything. Okay, no problem. She was also doing a remark for me as well. I was supposed to pick up. Ultimately, I didn't pick it up. Didn't talk to her. Whatever. So, I guess, at the end of the day, I got a couple books signed by her. Some of the variants I've been. This is signed in gold. You can see it there. She's super nice to me. Don't get me wrong. I'm not only beef, and my thing is, no one owes me anything, right? One of my favorite covers. So, my only issue is if you tell someone you're going to do something, just follow through with it. If you're a creator and you come across this video, just keep your word, or at least she could have done is message me and say, hey, this isn't going to work, I'm just too busy, whatever. So I left there a little bittersweet, I guess, disappointed. However, I did make new friends while I was there, got some new subscribers while I was there. So, all in all, it was an amazing adventure for me. I stayed in a hostel one night. I had an amazing time. I had an amazing time with Spidey Fan, and some of the people that were from Hawaii that we had dinner with. They were just awesome dudes. Like, I had a really good time with the people I met. Also, artist Sora Sung, if you guys are familiar with her work, she's on Instagram. She totally made the trip that much better for me. So, initially, I only had passes for Thursday and Friday that were gifted to me by Spidey Fan. So my flight didn't leave until Sunday night. So I had planned on just kind of screwing around Seattle on the last day or whatever, Saturday. But I was talking to her on Thursday because she was saving a print for me, which I'm sure I'll show off in a different video because it's for the wife. So let her show it off. But anyways, I messaged her on Instagram because she was also doing a commission for me that I'll get later. So anyways, make a long story short, I go to her booth, we're talking, and she's like, are you going to be here all weekend? I was like, no, I only have Thursday, Friday pass. And she's like, well, it's a little, don't tell anyone, but she totally hooked me up, right? Didn't ask for it, didn't expect it, and unbelievably nice. So I got to know her over the 4-day period and hung out at her booth a lot and sold some prints for her and whatnot. But super, super nice lady. I cannot be more appreciative of what she did for me, and just talking with her about the business side of everything, and all kinds of different things. So the last day I was able to finally get Adam Hughes signatures. So this is a very hard book to find. I was hoping to get it graded. It probably could use a little press, to be honest. Has a little bit of spine roll, but I don't know if that doing a signature is gonna probably cause that to be a problem now. So it is what it is. And then I have the European Avengers variant of Adam Hughes, and I'm gonna sign that as well. So cool. Alright, so as for the haul videos, so my takeaway from ECCC is it's a very big con for someone who'd never been to one in so many years, right? Oh yeah, one more thing to show off from the con effect. This is the Adam Hughes sketch I got of Magic. So yes, very nice. So basically, it's going to be kind of a lengthy video, I apologize. But I met some people there. There was a gentleman by the name of Phil I met. He is also a Natalie Sanders super collector, if you will. I think that's what we deem ourselves at this point. Apparently, he and I are the only people that have reached out to her and got a list of all of her books that she's done. So he helped me out. He was able actually to complete his collection from her booth because she had a graded copy of Teacher's Pet, which is a really hard book to find in general. And then we exchanged phone numbers, and Friday morning he texted me and said that there was only one of these left online. There was a book that neither one of us even knew existed. I believe it was called Lights, Camera, something, I can't remember. Jungle? Lights, Camera, Jungle? Yeah. And it's limited to 200. Not something that's typically up my alley, but as far as being a completist goes, there's that. So that was cool. It was waiting for me when I got home. So really fast shipping from Jesse James Comics. Also waiting for me when I got home was this beautiful book right here, the Anya Corazon. Excuse me. I think she was Spider Girl. Yeah, #1. Cool cover. It's really crisp, really white, so it's a beautiful book. So cool to have that. Also had a package waiting from, was it Midtown? No, Unknown Comics. So the problem with Unknown Comics is I'd forgotten that I pre-ordered some stuff, and apparently I clicked a button that said ship it all at once. So some of this has been sitting in a box somewhere since, who knows, December, waiting for one book to come out. So I had pre-ordered Old Man Logan 31. So that's how long ago this has been sitting there. Got a few more copies of that. There was also the Phoenix Resurrection art germ cover. So finally got that. And then this is the book that was holding up everything, was Mirror #1 art germ variant. So cool to get those in the mail. Let's see. Now these came today. I had placed an order with Spartan Comics and got the last 2 copies of Justice League 13, the Cheetah variant. This is my third. I think I have 3 copies now. So really nice books, really fast shipping, really no complaints. But I know this book is heating up with the whole speculation of Cheetah being the villain in the next Wonder Woman movie. So, I think it's just a badass Alex Garner cover myself, but if it gets up too high, I'm definitely going to have to flip one of those. And then last but not least, these came in while I was gone. They're from a Facebook auction. Some new Paul Green books to add to my collection, with colors by Ula Moss. So this is Grim Fairy Tales 9 Kickstarter exclusive, limited to 250. And that is a very nice cover. Very nice. Very nice. And then next up we have Death One Shot, limited to 500. This is the Salt Lake City Comic Con cover. Really cool. Really nice. Really good. And last but not least, the limited to 500 Comic Con VIP exclusive. This is the cosplay variant. I believe she's supposed to be like a stormtrooper type thing. So, yeah. So 3 more books for the Paul Green collection. Very excited to have that. So, yeah. All in all, had a great time, great friends, great food. Would love to do that con again, not gonna lie. I'll see him, I'm sure I'll see some more folks at the Dallas Fan Expo coming up in April. And, yeah, I look forward to hanging out with more YouTubers. Dallas will be a little easier since I'll be living there by then. Got a job offer finally, so for sure we'll be there by 24th, I think we decided. Yeah, somewhere around there. But anyways, thank you guys for watching as always. Like, subscribe, bell button, ding ding ding, notifications. So, yeah, take care. Bye-bye.